This PC from Amazon has a lot of bad reviews, and we can probably guess why.
STG has always walked a fine line of a solid PC and or a totally garbage one, and I think they are leaning much more towards the garbage territory with this one, but we got to open it up to find out after a word from today's sponsor.
When you think of the best place to shop for everything PC gaming, chances are Micro Center is the first place to come to mind. And it's no surprise when they have things like Monitor Madness. Micro Center is running a Monitor Madness event where you can find some insane deals on monitors, like this MSI G27 QPF E2 for just $189. And we know staying informed on everything going on in the tech space is tough, but luckily Micro Center News is here to help by keeping you up to date on the latest news. Sign up today to make sure you're able to read up on all things tech and stay in the loop. And in case you didn't know, Micro Center has a GPU trade-in program. That means if your previous GPU was purchased from Micro Center, you're able to trade it in same day and use it to offset the cost of that new upgrade. Plus, if you're in or around Santa Clara, Micro Center is opening a brand new store. Be sure to sign up for their grand opening giveaway and snag a free 128GB flash drive when the doors officially open. Big thanks again to Micro Center for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it.
Okay guys, well, funny enough, when I originally bought this PC, there were not any bad reviews, but of course, in the time of something showing up, us doing other videos and things like that, this PC got bombarded with bad reviews of people saying, don't trust it, not Windows 11 compatible, GPU switch up saying the GPU wasn't what was advertised, parts did not arrive as listed, and now this PC is no longer available. But the PC in question is a gaming computer from STG with a 3050 Ti mobile, which is already going to be a disaster. Yeah. An i7 4770, 16 gigs of DDR3 memory, a 1TB SSD, and after coupon, it was $544.99.
Whew. Yeah, it's definitely up there. Now, you know, it's funny because I think the mobile GPUs that have been turned into desktop cards, which is what this is, they're pretty cool. I really like doing, videos where Matt and I build a little AliExpress build, and then that's it. I mean, honestly, I don't even like selling them, so whenever we see a company selling these, I'm always so scared.
Because the drivers are normally modified drivers. NVIDIA does not want you to use these in this use case. They normally have some sort of features in mind to block the application of drivers, so you normally have to download a modified driver, which is probably what this has, therefore leading to a ton of issues, meaning you can't update drivers when new games come out, and or just general crashes, or if they just try to reinstall Windows, it's going to be borked.
I also love, all right, so check out, the box already said fear of wet and some other funny ones like that. Keep it in the 110 gear all the time.
Only the 110 gear. The price point, not amazing, but every time we've tested out these mobile cards, they're actually pretty cool, as Jackson mentioned, because they run really low in terms of the temperatures and wattages. They don't pull a lot, but they tend to outperform the laptop setup that they normally come in because they have a bigger cooler on them. So they're kind of cool, but they're just not meant to exist in the world, and NVIDIA does not want you to use them.
And I do have to say, at least they actually label this as a mobile GPU, or at least at some point in the ad they did, because some reviews were saying that they didn't. They actually called it a 3050. That's our biggest complaint with all these companies that use like the 580 is they always call it a 588 gig when it's really a 2048. At least in the listing when we bought it, they told the truth.
So I'm thinking where the reviews are coming from is because this is the picture that they put on the listing. First of all, where's the power? Secondly, that graphics card, and if I got that, I would be a little mad as well.
Yeah, you really we always try to err on the side of take pictures of how it's gonna look in its worst, so that when they get something the same or better, they're not upset.
Yeah, that's what you should do. That's just being nice. Come on now.
Cable management is not absolutely horrible, but it's not great. They could have ran stuff on the board because this is a full-size case micro ATX board, but hey, let's be honest, even the bigger companies do that. But the fans, they look kind of atrocious, and the case is very cheap.
At least the listing picture only showed one stick of RAM, and we got two.
I guess that's
I mean, I just noticed something.
What?
Look at the adapter.
Wait, hold up. What kind of power supply are we using that we need SATA to 6-pin?
Dude, look at this. They actually kind of went crazy with the cable management in the back.
Hold up.
Yeah, so this doesn't have
That's a first for them.
No PCIe power. That's kind of crazy.
Well, I see what power supply this is.
I'm gonna guess it probably is a 500 watt. It just is probably really bad.
They normally put an STG branded 600 watt power supply, but I'm guessing their idea here is cheaper power supply. We have this mobile GPU now, so it doesn't pull as much power. I don't know, man. That's sus. That's pretty sus.
It's funny because as long as this thing works, it's probably gonna game really well.
No, it's gonna game
sucks,
fine. It's gonna game fine, but compared to their other ones, it just kind of throws me off.
It is an STG. It's a 300 watt.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 300 watt, which, I mean, it'll work, but like, listen, you guys hate when we use these adapters and we normally don't even like to sell a PC with it. I mean, it is only a 6-pin, but still, it's just risky.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just a $500 computer. I mean, we do see some like proprietary office computers that come with like lower wattage power supplies. Makes sense, like those pavilions and stuff. We see them at like 400, 450, sometimes 500, but 300 on a custom built computer like this, when the cost, especially, again, we're talking about a $500 computer to put a 500 watt power supply or 600 watt that's at least somewhat upgradable, even though I don't really recommend you upgrade, probably would make more sense.
Well, you know what, here, wait, I just want to see this real quick. Whether you love or hate PC Bros, look, we got an i7 8700K with a 2080 Super for $575, and then we have a i7 7820X with a 3070 for $650. What is this, guys?
Yeah, this is definitely probably one of the worst examples so far. Again, we got to benchmark it to see of ones that we have seen on Amazon at least. And I will say STG, again, at the intro, I said they kind of walked the fine line of they're really close to their PC being absolutely garbage, all of them, but they always have something redeeming about them. Normally it's the price, and normally it's at least decent in gaming. This one on paper's got a lot to make up, especially after the unboxing.
Did it have any accessories or peripherals or anything?
Oh yeah. Okay, it's STG, but this seems...
Yeah, I thought that was an HP at first or something.
This feels a little different. I feel like they didn't have just basic white boxes before, but I could be wrong. It's been a little bit since we looked at an STG. This is the same. Like, that has not changed at all, so.
Yeah, I hate that.
And the mouse pad.
It's the typical RGB mouse pad that we've said before. I would rather just have an extended.
All right, let's power it on. See what we
Ready
got.
for this?
It's going to be RGB'd. If we give them one thing, it's going to have RGB.
It's moving some air too, I'll tell you that. Which I think these fans were just Molex, so this is it. You can't change the speed or anything, and it's loud. It's a little louder than it needs to be, but it's not like terrible.
And RGBs control the remote, so there's the remote right there.
It's on our glass.
It is on our glass. So it's time to benchmark this thing. I really hope this thing works at least, because based on the reviews, some people seem to have pretty bad uses of this graphics card and, well, this computer in general, not just the graphics card. But we'll see. We'll see if the 3050 Ti mobile can redeem itself in this STG PC. Now, normally we would be benchmarking right now, but we felt like it'd be a good idea just to load in. First of all, Windows 10. I kind of expected that with the 4th Gen i7. Probably load in to see what the driver setup is looking like. Okay, we're gonna have to do one of these. STGAubron splash screen.
That's crazy having the splash screen with customer support on it.
So we're noticing one thing, no drivers popping up, nothing here on quick settings.
I'm willing to bet that it's like a Frankenstein-like, try loading up Task Manager to see if the card even shows up.
Because that ain't my concern, it didn't even show up. I wonder if this is why people are having problems. Okay, so it's here. So 3050 Ti laptop GPU is actually showing up. So they have some back-end driver with this Windows install. So there's the driver versions from 2024. So it's not incredibly old. It's October 2024, but it is an older driver. So eventually the problem with this is you install something like NVIDIA app, it's not gonna update. It's just going to say, we can't recognize the graphics card. So at some point, new games just genuinely will not launch on this. So
the other thing too is if you ever reset Windows, which we've done this year before, good luck refinding that driver.
Yeah, so there is like a subreddit called Franken drivers. That's what I normally get for this. And I think there is one with 3050 Ti mobile. That's probably what you'd have to do, but you're kind of relying on that community to make updates every single driver release. So you can't rely on that forever. But now that we've looked at this thing, we'll see if it can game. See if those drivers actually do work, and maybe there's something redeeming about it we're missing, but I don't know. On paper, it's not looking too hot.
All right, guys, we're playing Marvel Rivals. We're currently running a fairly low preset, 1080p. We got FSR quality, and we're basically low everything.
Yep.
And it's playable.
It's playable, but yeah, I'm surprised. We had a couple games you'll see at the end, well, one in particular, that just wouldn't launch the 3050 Ti mobile. More on that later. This is one of those games I was kind of worried it wouldn't launch at all, but as we mentioned at the beginning of the video, our concern with the drivers of this thing is what's going to make the value a lot harder to recommend in the long run.
Yeah, the long run's the biggest thing. Like, right now it may play whatever game that you're interested in, but there's a chance, like, months later, you know, there could be an update or something where it'll no longer play that game. So that's really the scary part about one of these kind of builds. It's like, yeah, you save a little bit of money up front, but is it really worth it? Is it worth the savings?
Hardware is pretty cool though. I mean, this is pulling about 59 watts. It really doesn't need the external power that it's using on the SATA. I don't know why they have that, honestly. You could pull it all from the PCI slot, but it's probably just how they rigged it up to make it work.
Yeah, especially when the normal 3050 doesn't, like the 3050 6 gig doesn't need it.
Yeah.
And this is a laptop, you know, TI, so I'm like, get away. You'll never catch me alive. I'm just never gonna stop shooting my nuts. Giddy up, partner. I just feel like a dirty little junk rat playing like this. Oh, not the cap. The cap got me.
Cap got you. Well, that's how GPU's like, wow, this is such a better life than suffocating inside a laptop.
Oh god, what am I doing? I
just
forgot
jumped.
the door open. I bet you wish you could catch me. Yeah, look, you're dead now. Oh god. Judge, jury, executioner.
There he goes. Is he in pajamas?
Yeah, Jeff's cute like that. Get him, squirrels.
Stampede.
Look at me not even hitting my shots. Alright, Jeff, you're really starting to grind my gears.
Oh yeah, they're all holding it right now.
Oh,
Oh, no one's on the point. Oh, that. Oh, guess who?
my favorite enemy.
Yo, pulled
Who's
it
still
all.
on the point? Oh my god,
You
it's this
kept.
guy.
Let's go. That's a clutch hold right there.
Dubs right there. Alright, so the games that we can play so far, I mean, it seems like it's doing pretty good.
Next game. I hear like very little going on in this game right now. But anyways, we're in Fortnite running Far View Distance Low Textures DX12 currently. Yeah, this ain't great. Oh god, this is like horrible.
I feel like Fortnite's just slowly getting worse for older hardware.
I'm wondering if it's that. I know we're very CPU bound right now, but I'm wondering if this GPU also driver-wise may not like what's going on in this game, at least on DX12, because it's not getting any better. Normally, like, you'll have the low FPS numbers. Actually, you'll normally have lag. I'm about to die here, aren't I? You normally get like lag spikes, but normally the FPS numbers will still be pretty decent. Oh my god, this stuff's trying to load in. This is the worst gun for me to be using right now. God, this is unplayable. I'll just put that out there. This is how it's gonna stay. This is unplayable. It's like nauseating too. It's not just laggy. It's like
Chunky.
It's like go go go. Oh, it fixed itself.
It's like we were still doing shaders. This is the first Fortnite run, and this does happen sometimes. Well, on older hardware, it happens.
How far away are these guys? So I can decoy? Is this like trolling me? Because now it's back there. Uh-oh! Oh, we're back! Dude, I feel like I'm being trolled. Oh!
Yeah, I think there's big damage when it hits.
That is ridiculous. Okay, I think I've shown you all enough Fortnite. It is borderline playable. It's just those lag spikes. If you really take Fortnite seriously at all, it's not going to be good. Any of these 4th gen or older CPUs, oh yeah, oh yeah. Not great. Will it get better with multiple drops? Yes, but currently, I wouldn't recommend it for this situation, but we're gonna run some other games. So far, this PC has worked. We haven't had any major crashes or anything like that, so stability-wise, it's been fine. We'll show you guys the other games that we had some problems with, and come to the conclusion, because at the end of the day, I don't really think this is a recommend at all, just based on the price and everything, but you know, it at least works, so we have to give it credit in that regards, but I would definitely stay away from it overall. Let's run those at benchmarks.
Okay guys, we just got done benchmarking this 3050 Ti gaming PC, and while it was pretty interesting, it was playable in the games that we did get to actually run, but the main downside is the fact that there's really just nowhere to go with this PC. You really can't upgrade the CPU, you really can't, there's no reason to upgrade the GPU, so this build kind of just is what it is.
In terms of the other benchmarks, we kind of teased the fact that one game did not work, and that one game was CS2. We tried to launch it, and it popped up an error because the GPU driver was not recognizable. Some games with pretty strong anti-cheat might do this, so in the long run, that's probably going to happen more and more as games get updated and the GPU driver stays the same. We managed to get Black Myth Wukong working, though, at 1080p with FSR. No DLSS was supported, by the way, which is kind of weird for an RTX level card. You can't use DLSS on it, at least in Black Myth Wukong. We got an average of 68 FPS, a max of 84, and a minimum of 41. And lastly, we tested Rainbow Six Siege medium settings 1080p and got an average of 186, a minimum of 163, and a max of 222.
And in 3D Mark, we had a score of 5,224, which is a 10 cent per point score, which for a pre-built is actually not like terrible, but once again, just for the price that you're paying for this, you are in console territory, and this is one of those cases where we might just say you're better off getting a console than buying something like this.
And on top of the fact that all the bad reviews in this listing doesn't exist anymore, so really you can't buy the specific configuration anyways if you wanted to, really makes it one of those where, yeah, definitely stay away from it. And STG, while they have walked a very fine line between having okay systems or really bad systems, definitely missed the mark with this one. But let us know in the comments down below what you think of this PC, and if you happen to pick one of these up for whatever reason, let us know down below how your experience went.
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.
This is one of the few times where this PC will not be for sale at PCBros.tech, but we do have a lot of good PCs that do come back with a 1-year warranty or sometimes a 30-day warranty, so you should check out PCBros.tech.
PCBros.tech, we sell gaming PCs we sometimes feature here on the YouTube channel, but we also have some really awesome custom-built computers with nice warranties and customer support. And use code ToastyBros on checkout, you'll save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.